Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about my holy grail products. My products I cannot live without. Products that will always and forever be in my collection, my staples, no matter what. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you there are no eyeshadow palettes in this video, and that is just simply because eyeshadow palettes, if I have to be honest, I can just make any eyeshadow palette work. I can't sit here and say, oh, I have a favorite eyeshadow palette of all time, because I don't. I have eyeshadow palettes that are my favorite of the moment, which is great for monthly favorites, but this is not like a monthly favorites. These are my life favorites, things that I always have no matter what. So let's go ahead and start off first with some brushes. These are brushes that I have to have. No questions, no doubt about it. I have these brushes in my personal stash and in my client kit. The first one you guys already know, foundation brush. This is the Makeup Forever 108 flat foundation brush. I have ranted and raved about this. Listen, I was a sponge girl too. However, I believe I tested this out last year when the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Foundation came out, when they relaunched it, redid it. I tested it out and I was like instantly hooked. This foundation brush will change your life. I've had so many of you tell me, oh my gosh, I love this brush, it's bomb. Just trust me, try it out, you will not forget it. Trust me, try it out, thank me later. 108 foundation brush by Makeup Forever. The next brush that I have here is a Real Techniques blush brush. Now, I do not use this for my blush, although you can do so because it does give you a great blush application. I like to use this for my bronzer. Reason being is because I have found sometimes with other bronzer brushes, I was getting way too much product on my face. So with this brush, it gets it right where I need, and I don't feel like I have just like an explosion of bronzer all over my face. This right here, best for putting on your bronzer. If you have it, give it a try, and again, thank me later. Sorry, it's currently 3:30, so the sun's just moving in and out, so if the lighting keeps changing, my bad y'all, I'm sorry. Next brush, Real Techniques setting brush. This is the perfect brush for setting your concealer up under your eyes. It's nice and soft, it's the perfect size, and you get just the right amount of product on it. So good. I use this if I'm using a loose powder, if I'm using Mineralize skin finish, whatever kind of powder, this is fantastic for getting up under there. Perfection. Next I have are some eye brushes. Okay, so MAC 224, absolutely amazing, the perfect blending brush. Now, I have not purchased any MAC brushes since they switched over to all synthetic brushes, so therefore I can't say what it's like now. In fact, I should probably do that. I need to buy some new ones anyway, and that way we can compare. But MAC 224, holy grail. You can use this for blending, and also you can use this for applying concealer. It just gives the most airbrushed look. I do that a lot on clients. Love this brush. MAC 247. So this is actually a concealer brush, but I like to use it for packing on any kind of shimmer or matte onto the lid. Perfection. MAC 217. This is just a dense brush I like to use if I'm doing some outer crease work, a little bit more crease detailed blending. Fantastic. And last but not least, Morphe M213, the best smudger brush of all time. I use this if I'm going to put some eyeshadow on the lower line, if I'm doing my inner tear duct. Bomb, love it. Now let's move on to some complexion products. This is a foundation that I have kept around for a good 2 years. When I ran out of it, I was kind of like, oh crap, I need to go buy another one. And that is a rare occasion. First of all, it's a rare occasion to run out of a foundation, but if I purchase a foundation twice, that means I legit really like it. That is the Fenty Beauty foundation. For me, this is my holy grail foundation, just simply because I love the coverage, I like the formula, it is matte, it stays on me all day long, it doesn't do anything crazy. I know when I use this, my skin's going to look good no matter what. Now, of course, if you do have dry skin, you might not like this. Always like to throw that out there. If you are someone who likes a little bit more of a fuller coverage, then you might not like this. Me personally, I'm more of a medium coverage kind of gal, if you will, so this is right up my alley, and I'm in the shade 400. I can also wear 420. My first bottle was shade 420, this one is shade 400. Holy grail foundation, absolutely. Next up, I have pressed powder. Y'all know I'm a pressed powder kind of girl. I kind of fluctuate between powder and liquid right now in the summertime. If I am going to work and I'm wearing foundation, it's 9 times out of 10 going to be powder because it's just too hot. Oldie but a goodie, MAC Studio Fix powder. Love this. I'm in the shade NW43. And before someone's probably wondering, it's like, oh, you're not mentioning this foundation. Does that mean you don't like it? No, I do have other foundations that I like, but these are products that have just consistently been around with me for over a year at this point. I feel like, especially in this marketing, the way things are for makeup, if you are consistently sticking with a product for a year plus, that means you really like it. Doesn't mean I dislike my other ones, but these are just things that I gotta have no matter what. So MAC Studio Fix powder, bomb, love this. Translucent powder, Sacha Buttercup. Can't tell you how many times I've repurchased this. Same thing with the MAC Studio Fix powder. I've repurchased this numerous times. I prefer yellow powder on me. I have a more golden undertone, and I just find that whenever I use a yellow powder, I don't feel like I look ashy or stark. It suits my skin tone better. So that is why I like this one, Sacha Buttercup. Can't go wrong with it. MAC Mineralize Skin Finish. Hello, need it. If you don't use it, you need to be using it. I love this for setting concealer up under the eyes, especially if you are a more mature woman, if you have drier skin, fine lines. This is bae. I also use this in a deeper shade for just putting all over my face. I'll do that on a day where if it's just a light makeup day, I'll throw on some concealer and then I'll just put the Mineralized Skin Finish all over my face. It just makes my skin look nice and smooth, and occasionally, just depending on what kind of skin day I'm having, I will put on translucent powder always to set my foundation. And if I just feel like I'm looking a little bit more textured or just kind of, I don't know, just not so hot, I will take this and kind of dust it over my face, and I feel like for me it does make my skin look nice and smooth. So Mineralized Skin Finish, yes, true staple. This is a newer staple for me. This is MAC Sweetest Cocoa. Now, I saw in my comment section someone said that this is being discontinued. Nearly broke my heart. So I went over to MAC Cosmetics and I saw that you can only buy this in the pan refill. I do not know if that means they're going to discontinue this, but I pray not. This I love because, again, I have my makeup style is just very nice, soft, pretty. Some may call it basic. I don't care. That's just my thing, which I don't look very basic today. Hello, but on the norm. And this just gives you the nicest flush of color with a little bit of glow on the skin. This is one of those blushes that I cannot live without anymore. I need it. I absolutely need it. Next up, she has been with us for almost a year now. I talk about this all the time. Laura Mercier Translucent Glow Powder, which is what I have on the cheeks here. Y'all know I do not like highlighter. Not into it, not my thing. Probably just because I'm already naturally highlighted. I'm oily, I have texture, I have large pores, but the way this is on the skin and how the sun catches it, it's so beautiful. I feel like it doesn't emphasize my texture. It gives me a little bit of glow, but I don't look oily or dewy or gross. It's just so beautiful on the skin. Love this. Gotta have it. And bronzer. Now, at first I was a little bit apprehensive about putting this bronzer in here, but just the whole category bronzer in general, I have to have bronzer no matter what. No matter what brand, no matter who it's by, I gotta have bronzer. And y'all know I am dicking Prime Beauty bronzer. Now, no, I have not had this for a year. I have not had this for 6 months, but the category bronzer, I have to have it, and this is my current favorite one. I have this on today. It is so beautiful. The undertone is just pure perfection, and mine is in the shade Bronzeville. If you have not tried this and you're a skin twin, we got the same skin complexion, you need it. Now I've got some concealers. This is no shock to you guys. Kat Von D Lock It Cream Concealer D37, Becca Aqua Luminous in the shade Dark Golden. Yes, I need both of these. The reason being is because I use this one if I want a little bit more coverage up under the eyes and for spot concealing, and this one is just more so for lighter days if I'm not looking for too much coverage, but I want to look like a no makeup look, and I can use this for spot concealing. Bomb. I'm not into a super bright under eye highlighted look, so I always get my concealers fairly close to my skin tone. Now, if that's your thing, you like it a little bit lighter, go lighter, girl, go off. Urban Decay primer potion in the shade Caffeine. I have oily lids. If you're someone who does not have oily lids, you don't need eyeshadow primer. You just don't. Again, that's going to be subjective. Someone might tell you yes, someone might tell you no. Like for me, I do believe in primer for my eyeshadow because it does help keep my eyeshadow on. But as far as mattifying primer to help control my oil, don't believe in it. I am just as oily, if not oilier, after the fact. So eyeshadow primer is a must for me. Also a must no matter what brow is. ABH. Gotta have my brows. Got to. For liners here, my Sephora Wink It felt liner. This is waterproof and it is just, I mean, black as black as black. That was just one stroke. Sephora collection has great products, guys. Before, I used to do the Kat Von D Trooper liner. I was doing the Stila Stay All Day, and I'll be 100% with you guys. Those are $21, which when we're on a budget and we try to be mindful of what we're spending on makeup, that can be a lot. This works just as great, if not better, and I believe it's only $14. So if I find a product that is just as good as a high-end product, it works just as good or better, and it's more affordable, I'm always going to go with the more affordable option. So if you like Kat Von D felt liners, if you just like felt liners in general, try this. They are great, and they have multiple colors too. Now, since we're spending $14 on this and $24 on this, this is the Marc Jacobs highliner. I have yet to find a eyeliner that stays on me and does not run. I hate it when I run out of this because it's expensive. Like, I wish I was on Marc Jacobs PR list for this liner. It's the only thing that stays on. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know what it is about the formulation. I have tried so many other eyeliners and they just leave me. This does not leave me. So this is a necessity. I've been using Marc Jacobs highliners for probably almost 2 years now. I would love to use them in my kit, but the only reason why I don't is just simply because of sanitation reasons. It does come with a little sharpener, but I feel like with these retractable pencils, when you sharpen them, you really just waste a lot of the product, and I ain't trying to do that. So, mascara. Loreal Voluminous Carbon Black. Have not been using this for a year, but I will continue to use this and always keep this in my stash. This is the waterproof formula. I told you guys what I do over the summertime is I always switch to waterproof mascara just because I am so oily. I live in the South. It's hot. It's humid. I was using Toothpaste Better Than Sex last year, but I told myself, okay, girl, so we're using waterproof mascara for one season out of the year. Is it really necessary for you to pay high-end price? Absolutely not. So Loreal Voluminous, I need to go and buy one that is not waterproof just for days when I'm just kind of going here, there, and I don't want to use my expensive mascara. This, always and forever. Absolutely, I need it. And then the last three products here, we have our lip products. Ooh, I forgot one. Oh, it's downstairs. I'll have to go grab it. The first one is Beauty Agave Lip Mask. This is what I use at night and in the morning. My one downstairs that I keep in my bathroom, I've had it for 6 months and it just ran out. These are on the more expensive side, $24, but it lasts for 6 months. That's a long time, and it only takes a little bit goes a long way. Gotta have this. Next up, you guys see me use this all the time. I have it on my lips now. This is the Bite Beauty French Press Gloss in the shade Dirty Chai. I'm a gloss girl. I prefer gloss over lipstick. That's just me. I am scraping and scraping this thing. I probably need to buy 2 at a time just simply because I go through them so fast. Absolutely love this. And my other favorite neutral gloss, you guys see me use this a lot as well. This is ABH Gloss in the shade Amber. So pretty. And then my last lippy, hang on, I gotta run downstairs to grab it. It's in my purse. Okay, and then my other favorite lipstick, MAC lipstick in the shade Taupe. It's a neutral. So pretty. Got to have it. That is going to wrap up my Holy Grail products. Like I said, these are just products that I have to have. Who is this? No. These are products that I have to have in my collection no matter what. This does not mean that I don't like other things. These are just the ones that are my #1 go-to. So down below, tell me some of your staples. I want to hear products that you have to have, that you can't live without. You guys know the deal. Keep it simple. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.